So before we start our interview with Achemsa Kum, just wanted to point out that the audio didn't really match the video on some of our parts of our Zoom interview. That is completely my fault, and I apologize for that. So you'll see times where Achemsa's senior photo takes place in lieu of the actual video, but the audio is still quality. So just wanted to share that with you in case you're wondering, you know, why certain things didn't match up. And I sincerely apologize because it's a wonderful interview, and Achemsa is a wonderful student and human being who has a lot of wisdom and just couldn't be more honored that we occupied the same building. So hope you enjoy the interview.
Good morning, Regents.
I'm Mr. Jones,
And I'm Mr. McGrath,
and welcome to the Regent Spotlight.
where no matter where we are.
We are all Regents.
All right, Mr. Jones, we have another senior with us today. We have Achemsa Kum joining us.
Yes.
Hi, Achemsa.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay. I'm good.
Good.
I know it's a lot going on, but I'm fine. I'm with my family, so I'm okay.
Well, that's important. You know, family is extremely important. Like, what have you been up to since we've had to go into this quarantine?
Well, I write a lot of poetry. I do like a lot of poetry writing. I draw a lot, and I
Beautiful.
dance a lot. I do TikTok a lot, and like create games for my brothers. I have three brothers, so I have to get active and I have to find something doing, and I've been doing fine. It's a lot going on, and I haven't like really talked to friends, but I've been keeping up with schoolwork. I've been doing a lot of school, and just keeping up with my grades and family stuff. So yeah.
How is the workload with your schoolwork? Are you overwhelmed? Are you
Well,
feeling good about it?
I'm okay. I have medical terminology. I take a medical class online. So it's a college course. It's a METC college course. So I want to go into the medical field. So I really love the class. So it's a lot of work because I get to wake up like around 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock to turn some stuff in. I have tests online and I have all this reading to do. And so it's a lot of work, but my other classes are okay because they give less work. But my medical class requires like a lot of attention and a lot of work. So, but I like the workload. It prepares me for college. So it's a college readiness class. So why not? I love it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What are your college plans?
Well, I plan to go into the medical field. I've always loved helping people, and I'm from Africa, so I've been here for 4 years, and I grew up seeing people and not having good medical help and service is not the best. So coming here has like given me more opportunities and seeing people, opportunities out there. Talking to, I had a internship in neuroscience last year with the People's Program. So it's a college course, so I got credit for that. So it's a good way for me going into college and knowing all these things and going into the medical field and getting a pre-med degree, so I could use that to go back and help my people in Africa and help people in the society because we need help, especially now. So
Yes, so impressive.
Yeah, it's really impressive. It's cool to hear about where your inspiration comes from for your pursuit in the medical field and what you want to do ultimately with it. That's really inspirational. That's great. What's with all this going on in your time at home, it sounds like you've really structured your day, getting up and how How hard has that been though with, just showing that much self-discipline to make sure that you're on track and you're following the schedule that you put out for yourself?
Well, it's not that difficult. I'm always like a organized person. I always make my day go smoothly. So I wake up and I make sure my brothers are doing their schoolwork, or my mom makes sure they are on their schoolwork. And then sometimes I wake up and I stay in bed and I just go straight to my computer, check on my email, check my Infinite Campus if I'm missing something, or just email teachers if I find something missing on Infinite Campus and I know I turn it in or something like that. And then after that, I check my email, then I go to my workout and I do some workout. And then after that, I eat some breakfast and I come back and do some schoolwork again, then take a break, and then just relax, watch some TV, and come back again. And just, yeah, it's been a routine for me since, yeah, the day we left school. So it's easy, kind of. Yeah.
That's great. Very, very productive. I commend you. Very productive. That's great.
So, I think you mentioned this before, but correct me if I'm wrong, you were part of Multico, correct? And did you also play soccer?
No.
No, I had that wrong. Did you play volleyball?
No, I wish I did, but I know I couldn't. I I mean I played some at the beginning of freshman year, but I felt like it was like a distraction for me because I always love, like, school is my number one priority in my house and for me. So I don't I yeah, I started but I didn't finish. So
Okay, I apologize for that.
no,
That's my mistake. So, what are you doing just for yourself, like to help you get through it? Any favorite like TV shows or movies or anything you're watching right now you mentioned poetry, like reading and writing a lot of poetry. Any particular subjects or like poets you particularly like?
well, I listen to Maya Angelou a lot. Um, I have I have a book called beauty. I have a book called Self Beauty. So I read this book and I write like poetry for myself and for my family. How sometimes some of my poetry are for my upbringing and for my experiences. And I've been like just jotting stuff down, and I do a lot of journaling. Like I write a lot of stuff down because in Africa we do dictation, so we people read the stuff and then we write it down. So we have no one to write it down for us, so we have to like write it down ourselves and catch up. So I've learned a lot to like write stuff down and remember them. So that's how I like jot stuff down and I write my ideas. And um I haven't shared my poetry with my family yet, but I just love writing for me. But yeah, I listen to a lot of poetry people and like Maya Angelou, and I read this book called Beyond Beautiful. So it's like it teaches me to accept myself and like my how I've grown a lot. I've seen myself grown a lot, so I write on that, and then and now. So yeah, it it takes a lot of, because when you write down, you have to think about the past, and you have to like make sure like your words come out right. So
Right.
it's a lot of work thinking about those things. And if you have bad experiences, you have to write about those bad experiences to learn from them. So that's what I do. Like I don't like take it as a offensive something. I just take it as a good thing and I write it down. So
Thinking about your time at West, what are some of your favorite memories? What are you missing the most at West? Well, those are two different questions. Let's start with your favorite memories. What are your favorite memories of West?
uh well, it's a tough question. West High School, me coming into West, it's been a lot of life changing experiences for me. Meeting new people and meeting people who I can, like, I found my real friends in BSU, a lot of them. I found my real friends. I found some teachers who I talk to right now. I still talk to them like they're still like a parent to me, and I found my own small family in BSU. I found my own small family for myself, and I it's a lot that I am grateful for getting to West High School. I got into the People's Program at West. I got into the Man's Scholars going to West High School in eighth grade. And it's been a lot of life experiences having these tutors and these mentors who just want your best at heart and who want to like make you feel successful. And I found that with a lot of teachers who just email me thinking about me or just making sure I'm on track. And my counselor, she's the best, Miss Chandler. I love her so much. So it's like I don't know. I just yeah, my best experience is Multico. I got out of my comfort zone with Multico, and I'm not really good at public speaking and just putting myself out there. And Multico helped me. I found my family in Multico, and they helped me get out of my comfort zone. And the things we talked about and the life experiences we've gone through, like I got to learn a lot. And it's so important to learn from people. You can't just be ignorant forever. You have to open up to for people to listen to them. So it's helped me a lot to it's taught me to listen to people and tell them what I think, and I've learned that if you can never be scared to say what you feel or what you think because people have your best at heart and they want the best for you. So I've learned that and I've had the experience at West, so I'm really grateful.
Wow, that is spoken like a true senior ready to graduate. That is good stuff to hear about those relationships and coming into West and finding your niche and connecting with people in positive ways and just maintaining those relationships and building them all through your 4 years. Good stuff.
Thank
Yep.
you.
When you think of West or, kind of being at home right now, what are the things you miss out on or you're missing the most that you found?
I was for Multiple, I was really excited to do the finals week, final show. That was like the best. We planned all this and we had great ideas and I was just really excited just going in front of like the whole school and just teaching them and like some of them have gone through a lot and they can connect. And I miss All Nations Day. It's a time for us to represent ourselves, represent our culture, and see other people, learn from other people's culture. And I miss All Nations Day. I miss choir. I miss all these choir concerts that we do. And yeah, I just miss the building. I miss everything about West. It's a great school and it's a big public school which everyone it's so different and you get to learn about you so every day I go to school I'm so excited to meet people because you learn so much. They have different experiences and when you get to know them you get to learn a lot. So it's like me sitting at home is just sometimes I watch like the videos, the senior videos I watched that we made at the beginning of the year. So it's like I'm like I miss these people. So I just yeah I miss the environment. I just yeah the noise. Yeah.
Before we get to one of our last questions here, I have to backtrack and go up to one of the first things that you talked about at Cheeseman. That was the TikTok. How's the TikTok going? Like, I need to know. I need to know, like, what's the most views, I guess, that you've hit. How's that going?
Well, I dance. I do. Some people, TikTok is all about just putting yourself out there and just having fun. So I joined TikTok this year, and I don't know. I have always been a dancer. I've always loved to break dance and just show myself out there, not out there, but in my own space. So TikTok, it's like, yeah, I listen to a lot of people sing, and sometimes I do like some singing challenges and solo singing, and maybe do alto while someone is doing like how do you call it when someone is doing soprano I do alto, so I try to like I don't know how you call it harmonize. I think harmony or something like that.
Right.
I tried doing that, and I tried doing like jokes with my brothers. I tried making pranks with them, and just pranking them. But I tried putting my parent like myself out there. It's fun. I mostly dancing. Mostly dancing is my main thing at TikTok, and just looking at other people's dancing and trying to create my own dance. And maybe sometimes I copy them, but then I change some stuff in it to make it my own unique style. So yeah.
Sounds like a great creative outlet. Mr. Jones, have you looked at any of those where they teach you the dance steps on TikTok? Have you
I've
looked at that?
I've tried. I've been trying to get into it. I started a TikTok account
Yeah,
over,
I saw that.
and I gotta work on, like, I've been trying, but like I don't know, these dancers, y'all too fast for me. I'm like always like 3 moves behind the video. I'm just like I don't no, I gotta find like a easier one, or maybe I can find one for like middle-aged folks that I can like
Yeah,
do, like, because I can't keep up with these kids, man.
you
I,
know,
I do like how they break it down,
yeah,
like your foot just exactly in the right spot, but they get 3 moves in and then I'm kind of done.
yeah. I feel like I know some people do like tutorials, like some people do like dance steps, so you can like slow it down. You can like pause and try to do it again. That's what I do. I find like tutorials on YouTube and like someone teaching you how to do it. Then I go back and then I try to do my own style, and then try dance try doing dance, and like if it doesn't match, and then I move on. So it's like so it's like I know it comes to practice, and I keep practicing every day. When I have free time, I just move my skin, and like it comes with flexibility too. So yeah,
Well, it sounds like a great creative outlet for you and a way to kind of explore and find your voice and put it out there. So sounds good.
Yeah.
thank you.
Um, I mean, we have. I mean, I guess this is my last question. You kind of have this platform right now. Um, what would you like to tell, I guess, other students, whether they're freshmen, students that are gonna be freshmen, like if they saw this video over the summer and they're nervous about coming to West, or for your parting seniors, like what do you want to tell the West community?
Uh, wow. I I'm a big advocate, a person who advocates for voice, and I usually sometimes don't speak up. It's not like I'm scared or like it's just I just want sometimes I want my peace and I want like peace and quiet, but also it's very important to talk to speak out, because if you don't speak out, no one knows what is in your mind. No one can read minds. So
Mhm.
it's very important to let your voice be heard, because me going into West, it's a big school. You have no idea who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna speak to. You just come to school ready to listen, ready to learn, and ready to get to know people. And as my experience at West, I have learned to ask questions. Never be scared to ask questions. Teachers love when you ask questions, and yeah, and sometimes it feels like annoying, but me learning now I am like why I'm here now is because I have learned to speak up. I have learned to ask questions. I have learned to listen, and I have learned to not speak when other people are speaking. Like me coming to us, I when I see students talk back to teachers, it's not like that in Africa. It's not the same way. So it's really tricky and really strict for me to sit down and just listen to my friends or anyone talk back to the teachers. I have to confront that teacher. I have to tell them. I have to tell them it's okay. It's maybe most of them might be going through stuff. We don't know what any of us go through. So they have to like calm down, and teachers. Sometimes some teachers are really understanding, and sometimes some teachers just go off head and just get mad about the situation. And I understand. But I would say for students, it's not worth it talking back to teachers. They are there to help, and they have families too. They have a lot on their plate, and the fact that they come to school prepared for us to come learn and make the day interesting for us. Let's give them some kudos for that. Let's give them some clap, like a handshake or something, and it's, I don't know, it's worth it's worth trying. You can never, like, you keep trying. There's something called you when you fall, you wake, get back up and keep going. Never give up. It's the road. The road is still slippery. You wake up and you try again. So yeah.
Very, very inspirational words to finish by today. Thank you for joining us in the Regent Spotlight today at Achemsa. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Regents, this is, you bet, this was Achemsa Coombe today in the Spotlight. And that is all for us today. May the Regent Spotlight shine brightly on you today. Thank you.